Use Tabs dialog box. This option is generally used when you cannot get the accurate tab stop by clicking on horizontal ruler. The steps are as follows. Click the Paragraph dialog box launcher either on the Home tab or Page Layout tab. The Paragraph dialog box appears. Click on the Tabs button present at the bottom left corner, or double-click on any tab stop on the horizontal ruler bar. The Tabs dialog box appears. The Default Tab Stops field displays a default tab setting. Define the desired tab stop position in the corresponding box and click on the Set button located below the Leader section. Click OK. You will observe that the defined tab stop appears on the horizontal ruler bar. Leader lines. You can insert leader lines before the tab which are dotted, dashed, or solid lines that fill the space between the last letter and tab stop. A leader line improves the readability of a document. To insert a leader line, open the Tabs dialog box. Define the tab stop position. By default, one non-radio button is selected in Leader section. You can select the desired leader option. Click on the Set button. Click OK. Now you will notice that when you press the tab key, the leader line will appear on the document. Okay, students, note, in the Tabs dialog box, number 1, always click on the Set button after defining the setting, else you will not get the desired tab stop. Number 2, to remove a tab stop, simply select it and click the Clear button. If you wish to delete all the tab stops defined earlier, simply click on the Clear All button. Line spacing. Line spacing refers to the vertical distance between consecutive lines of a text. To format line spacing, select the text you wish to format. Click the Line Spacing command in the Paragraph group on the Home tab. Select a spacing option from the displayed list. In the Paragraph dialog box, we have 6 line spacing options which are as follows. Single. This option accommodates the largest font in that line plus a small amount of extra space. The amount of extra space varies depending on the font that is used. 1.5 lines. This option leaves a space 1.5 times more than that of single line spacing. Double. This option leaves a space twice than that of a single line spacing. At least. This option sets the minimum line spacing that is needed to fit the largest font or graphic on the line. Exactly. This option sets fixed line spacing expressed in points. For example, if the text is in a 10-point font, you can specify 12 points as line spacing. Multiple. This option sets line spacing that can be expressed in numbers greater than 1. For example, setting line spacing to 1.15 will increase the space by 15% and setting line spacing to 3 increases the space by 300%, triple spacing. Alright students, let us share an important tip. Microsoft Word 2010 provides a quick styles gallery which offers a variety of ready-made styles that a user can apply to the selected text. A user can also define the style as per his requirements. Quick styles are available in the Styles group on the Home tab. To change the line spacing of a paragraph, select the paragraph for which you want to change the line spacing. On the Home tab, click the Paragraph dialog box launcher. The Paragraph dialog box appears. By default, Indent and Spacing tab is selected. Click the drop-down arrow of Line Spacing field box under Spacing section. Select the desired line spacing from the displayed list. Click OK. Similarly, you can set the paragraph spacing in MS Word by defining the desired value in the before and after box under Spacing section. Students, let us know more. Drop cap is a text formatting feature which enlarges the first character of a line to an extent that it drops down by 2 or more lines. You can apply the feature of drop cap by clicking the Insert tab. Select Drop Cap option from the text group. Students, let us know more. To insert a break, place the insertion point where you want the break to appear. Select the Page Layout tab and click on Break command and a menu appears. Select any option and observe the change. Let us discuss how to check spellings and grammar. Correction method 1. Sometimes you might have observed red, green, and blue wavy lines under a few words in your document. This is done by Microsoft Office program to help you to spot the grammar and spelling errors easily. Word has an inbuilt dictionary and a set of grammatical rules to check the spellings and grammar of the text document. Number 1. A red wavy line under any word signifies the incorrectly spelt word. To correct the spelling error, right-click on the incorrectly spelt word and a list of suggested corrections will appear. Select the option which meets your requirement. You will observe that the incorrect spelling is replaced by the selected option. As shown in the figure, a green wavy line under any word or sentence indicates a grammatical error. To rectify the grammatical error, right-click on the mistake to find a possible suggested correction. Number 3. A blue wavy line under a word refers to a contextual spelling error. This error occurs when a correctly spelled word is used mistakenly for another word. For example, if you write "Dear Mr. George" in the beginning of a letter, then the blue wavy line appears under the word "dear" as it is a contextual error. Although its spelling is correct, but the usage of this word is inappropriate at this place. The word "dear" should be used in place of "dear." Let us take a quick view. The shortcut key to activate the spelling and grammar tool is F7. Students know the fact that the spelling and grammar utility depends on the current language being used. In some languages, this feature does not work. To be on the safer side, you should always use English, United States, rather than English, India. Correction method 2. Spelling and grammar tool. To check the spelling and grammatical error in a document by using the spelling and grammar tool, follow the given steps. Open a Word document that needs to be checked. Click the Review tab, select the Spelling and Grammar option in the Proofing group. The Spelling and Grammar dialog box appears and the first suggested correction is highlighted. Select the suggested correction and click the Change button. After correcting the spelling in the whole document, Microsoft Word prompts a message. The spelling and grammatical check is complete. Click on OK. Let us take a quick view. The shortcut to open Microsoft Word is Windows key plus R key. The round box appears. Type in WinWord and press the Enter key. Let us now talk about Thesaurus. A thesaurus is a built-in dictionary that enables you to look up synonyms, antonyms, word substitutes, and alternative spellings. This feature increases your writing abilities and vocabulary and helps you to better understand the text. When you look up a word in a thesaurus, it will provide you a list of alternative words which you can use in place of an existing word. Let us learn how to use the thesaurus feature. Select the word whose synonyms and antonyms you want to search. On the Review tab, select the Thesaurus command in the Proofing group. The Research task pane appears in the extreme right side of the window, displaying the synonyms and antonyms of the selected word. Move the mouse pointer to the suitable word. Click on the drop-down arrow that appears next to the word and select the Insert option. The selected word will be replaced with a new one. Or you can also select a synonym by pressing the Alt key and clicking on the word. A list of synonyms will appear in the Research task pane. Point to the replacement word or phrase. Click the down arrow to its right and click on Insert or Copy from the displayed list. Let us take a quick view. The shortcut key to open the thesaurus pane is Shift plus F7.